Welcome back. Thank you very much for joining us here again. We are looking at our weekly grade 5-6 problem of the week from the Center for Education in Mathematics and Computing once again. And in this particular problem, it lends itself really well again to our math up, number lines, and manipulatives. And so we're going to work through this problem and see how we can use those. So to begin with, the problem starts off, it says, the Friendly Towers is a high-rise apartment building. Dieter and his three friends, Sanjay, Bethany, and Ivanka, live on different floors of Friendly Towers. Problem starts off by saying Dieter lives on the 9th floor. Friendly Towers has 5 times as many floors as Dieter's floor number. Bethany lives on the 3rd floor, below the top floor. Ivanka lives 2 floors above Sanjay, and Sanjay lives 5 floors below Bethany. And finally, the floor, which is 8/9 of the way to the top of the building, will find a pool used by residents in the building. This is one of these classic logic questions where everything is tied together, and so the management of the information becomes really key. And the way we can do that, again, is by using manipulatives to help us organize ourselves. So I've already kind of started off what I want to do here. But the first problem said Dieter lives on the 9th floor. So as you can see, I've used my linking cubes here. And on my linking cubes, joined by my friends from St. Emily's here, we developed 9 blocks, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. And to help me organize, I'm deliberately putting a white on the end to make sure that I have my line. Once I have my 9, that tells me my white now is my solution. So that's number 1. Dieter lives on the 9th floor. It then says Friendly Towers has 5 times as many floors as Dieter's floor number. Well, 5 times, I get to, in this case, simply copy the existing number line. I don't really even have to count them. I can see visually that they're all of the same length. And in this particular case, I'm putting my white at the end of the number line. And so I know in this case, I have the right number, and if I wanted to count 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, I can count simply by counting, but I can also use my multiplication or proportional and realize I've got 9 times 5, I know is 45. If we don't know our multiplication facts though, I could certainly go ahead and count in this particular case as well. 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 18, and so on. And my whites then give me my multiples of 9. So in this case, I know that Friendly Towers has 45 floors. At this point, it says Bethany lives on the 3rd floor below the top floor. So if I take my manipulatives again, put them in order, I know up here I've got 45. I can simply count down by 3, 44, 43, 42, and so my answer in Bethany's case is simply going to be 42. Sanjay lives 2 floors above Sanjay, and Sanjay lives 5 floors below Bethany. So to help me make sure that I'm not getting confused, I'm going to now have my line go to where Bethany is. I know that Sanjay is 5 below that, so I'm going to get my 5 removed there, and it says that Ivanka is 2 above there. And so I'm simply going to organize it in that fashion. And now I've got my answer for Ivanka, Sanjay, and Bethany. Finally, on the floor, which is 8/9 of the way to the top of the building, you will find the pool that's used by the residents of the building. So what floor is the pool on? Again, I can come back. And I'm going to go back to my existing line. Whoops, lost that one there. And 8/9, I understand as a fraction within my number line. Well, there's my 9. So my total, 8 parts. And in this case, I simply have to count all my non-whites. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. And so in this case, 8/9 is going to be on the 40th floor. If I know my multiplication facts, of course, I could simply do the 8 times 5 and come up with it. Even if I don't, I'm still able to solve this problem. That's the advantage of manipulatives. And we know from our EKO testing, these are things that we always have available to us, and we always want to make sure that we're using and teaching them. And thank you again to the CEMC for providing us our problem. Hope to see you next week.